how to maximize my moments. Show me how to discern every waking moment of my life. Show me what it takes to fulfill my purpose by keeping you first, because if I keep you first, everything else shall be added unto me. Teach me how to number my days. Everybody repeat after me. Say, time is fixed. God knows why he put us here. He knows exactly how long each of us needs to accomplish everything that he ordained for us to accomplish. But the third component of change, we've dealt with component number 1 was purpose. We dealt with component number 2 was time. And the third component is season. Now, the concept of season is threefold. First, it is that specific point in time wherein a particular event is ordained to occur. In other words, watch. It is a point in time in my life where God has ordained for something to happen. Now, you do know God is older than time. You do know that, right? God is, when you biblically, I'll just give you a little brief lesson real quick so we can close it. But biblically, when you talk about time in the Bible, there are 2 delineations for time. The first delineation of time deals with chronos. Chronos is clocks, calendars, and that's what man is bound to. Clocks, calendars. That's chronos. That's where we get our English word chronometer. But God doesn't work in chronos. God works in kairos. Kairos deals with seasons. And how do I understand a season? I understand a season. Seasons are predicated on revelation and truth. So revelation, the word of God, the truth of God, prepares me for a season. So now, in my first instance when it came to season, I said there is something that is ordained to occur. Now, when something is ordained to occur, I look for it. It's called expecting it. It's called expectation. I expect it to happen because I got the revelation and the truth. And since I got the revelation and the truth, it is the truth that I know that has the ability to keep me free. And so now, watch this. Since I know the truth and it has the ability to make me free, I'm not in bondage to what the world says. I'm in liberty to what the Spirit says. And since I'm in liberty to what the Spirit says, it doesn't matter, watch this, how impossible it looked. I believe before I see. And since I believe before I see, I know God is going to do what he said he's going to do. But that's just the first step in my season. Some things are ordained to occur. You know when it's ordained to occur because it's almost when you get it, it says, man, this feels like deja vu. Can I talk to anybody? It's almost as when you get it, it's like you say, I have been here before. Why? Because of the perception in your mind brought conception. So you had already perceived it in your mind, and it was almost as if it was already done. Everybody say, just grasp it in your mind. So the second part of our season, season is defined as a span of moments that make up a period of time where a specific event or series of events is supposed to occur. That's glimpses. That's glimpses. That's when you plant. Because, watch this, remember in Ecclesiastes it talks about time for everything? That's when you start seeing the manifestation occur. Because you've planted, now you're harvesting. because it just happens. It's just something that just moments, cycles. Different things begin to happen in your life, but because you're now so in tune with God, watch this. When things begin to happen, you're so in tune with God, you're just looking at God saying, okay, I don't understand it, but have your way. Don't know what you're doing, but have your way. Because I'm in tune with God, and I won't let the enemy come in, and I will not let the enemy circumvent what God is doing in my life, because right now I'm walking in my season, and there are moments, watch this. Here's the problem with change sometimes. Change doesn't always feel good. See, it's a process, and sometimes the process of change doesn't always feel good, because what he's doing is he's taking you out of comfortability. That's it right there. He's taking you out of what you have gotten comfortable with, because you can stay in something too long. God is not concerned about your comfortability. Now y'all giving me a look of incredulity. God is not concerned about your comfortability. God is concerned about your accountability. It's about being accountable. Now, if accountability comes with the perk of being comfortable, that's a beautiful thing. But guess what? You ain't there to stay for long. Because change is inevitable. Last and final thing about season. Have y'all gotten anything yet? Finally, a season refers to that recurring span of time, watch now, marked by particular characteristics unique to it. And your key word there is marked. If a season refers to that recurring span of time marked by particular characteristics unique to it, then you must understand this word marked means that when you came into this world, you were marked for whatever it is that God's going to do for you. And since you were marked, watch now, those who are in tune with the Lord, and Pastor Gore preached it, there's a kindred spirit. When you run across somebody else that's in the faith. And you do know that God is not going to come down and give it to you. Come on, don't get it twisted. He himself is not going to come down and give it to you. He's going to wrap the blessing in flesh and blood, and it's up to you to discern who's carrying your blessing, because you're going to be the benefactor of what somebody else is carrying. And you got to discern the marking. In other words, they've got to discern what's marked on you, and you got to discern what's marked on them. And when spirit meets spirit, oh my God, I just said something there. When spirit meets spirit, there is something that will happen in the supernatural because of spirit meeting spirit. And what begins to happen is, you walk out your purpose in the right time. But what's the right time? Now.